Hello everybody. How is everybody doing? So when you hop on, say hello please, and go ahead and hit that share button because that helps me out. I'm going to go ahead and share this to my beauty group, Beauty by Hillary Haller. Go find that and add yourself to it. And then if you're hopping on and you do not see that red live button in the top corner, then hashtag replay for me because all of this helps my business out so much. So let's get started. So I've already gone in with my moisturizer and my mattifying face primer. And today I'm going to use the stick foundation. So the primer and any of the foundations right now are in our monthly kudos. So you can get them on sale. If you need help picking out which foundation is best for your skin, or if you need help with a color match, let me know and I can get you color matched. Just message or even comment color match. So I'm going to go in with the Kabuki brush. Also included in the kudos this month is any of our face brushes. So this is one of them. So what I like to do with the stick foundation is first just go in and like stipple, and that just kind of warms it up on your skin. And then you can go in with like circular motions and blend everything in. I really love the coverage of our stick foundation. It's probably my favorite. So again, just warming up and blending out. It's important too to just kind of blend down your neck just so that you don't get that harsh line. A lot of times our necks are lighter than like our face or our chest, so your foundation will tend to like show up on that even though it matches your face, if that makes sense. Making sure everything's blended. Alright, so now that everything is blended out, I'm going to go in with our Skin Perfecting Concealer, and I'm going to pop this anywhere that I like to add a highlight or have anything that I want to cover up. So I have dark circles, so I'm going to add some under my eyes, and I am going to put that in like an upside down triangle shape. And what that does is just adds a little bit of a lift under your eye. And I'm going to hit down the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, and center of my chin. Okay, and I'm going to go in with my damp blending bud and just blend all of that out. You can see that just adds like a nice pop of brightness under your eye and just makes your eyes look nice and awake. If you're a tired mama like me, then you'll know what I mean. Alright, so I'm going to go in now with my Behold setting powder, and I like to apply this with a dry sponge, and I just tap into it and then apply that anywhere that I tend to get a little bit oily during the day, anywhere that I have problems with like my makeup creasing, any areas like that are going to be perfect for this Behold setting powder. It's a translucent powder, so it's not going to add like a lot of color. So you can put this all over your face, but I would just put it in areas where you have problems with your makeup creasing or if you're really oily. If you have dry skin, you can still go ahead and do this step, but you're going to want to put it on with a brush rather than a sponge like I'm doing. All right, so after we've done that, I'm going to let this sit, and I'm going to go in and do my brows. So for my brows, I am just going to do the pencil today in the shade medium. I love this pencil. It's the most easy brow pencil I've ever used. It doesn't give you that really harsh drawn on look, and it's a twist ups, and it's really, really fine of a point, so you never have to sharpen it. So what I like to do is kind of start at the corner of my eye and go up, and that's where your brows should typically start. You can tell that I've had mine microbladed, so they're fading. So I need to do mine again, but anyway, I like to follow what I had microbladed. You can follow however you want to do it, however you feel comfortable. But first I like to just start with like a small line and then outline the bottom of my brow. So we're just outlining, and then we're gonna outline the very top as well. And then we're gonna just fill in everything. Hey Mama, how are you doing? So again, we're just gonna kind of connect this line to the top and fill that in. And something to remember with your brows is they're not supposed to be perfect and symmetrical and, you know, match and all of that. Don't like stress yourself out with your brows. They're supposed to be distant cousins, sisters. They're not supposed to be twins, so don't like stress out with it. All right, so I like to go in after I've filled in and just comb everything back into place. I'm glad you're doing good, Mama. So again, same thing for this brow. Start by outlining the bottom of your brow and then the top. And if anyone has any questions about colors of anything that I'm using, just put your question in the comments, or you can message me after I hop off and I can help you pick out anything that you like, or if you're unsure of a shade. Okay. And I'm going to go back in and comb everything into place. And then that's that for our brows. Super simple. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my Unique Pressed Powder. I use the shade Poplin, and I'm just going to tap into the product and then tap that into my face. I like to do sort of more of a tapping motion than like a buffing motion, simply because I feel like it really sets your foundation and it gives you a really nice, flawless look. Really smooths everything out and gives you a nice coverage as well. And then I'm gonna go back in and buff away that translucent powder that we had setting. Just like that. And again, take that down your neck. My hair's getting caught in my earrings. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with our Beachfront bronzer. This is retiring. It hasn't been announced like what they're replacing it with, but there are still some of this shade left. All the other shades are sold out right now, but this is the shade Hermosa. So I like to go in, just tap in, swirl in the top just to kind of disperse those pigments around, and then just very lightly in sort of the hollow part of your cheek, kind of starting at the top of your ear and working your way down, and just kind of adding some dimension back in. Just like that. And then you can kind of make sure that you don't have like a solid line going down your cheek. Just kind of buff that up, kind of blend up with it. Okay, and then I like to hit sort of my temples and then the top of my forehead. And then whatever's left on my brush, I just kind of bring down my neck and around my jawline. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with our pressed blusher. This is the shade Supple. It's a really pretty kind of peachy color. It has a little teeny bit of shimmer to it. It's really, really pretty going on. Very springy, summery. Oh, thanks, Mama. So I'm just going to focus this sort of like on the apples of my cheeks. And then you can kind of fade whatever's left on your brush, just kind of above where we just did that bronzer. Just like that. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my Touch a la Mode Luminizer. Hey Samantha, how are you doing? And I'm gonna go in with the shade Pearly. This is kind of a coppery shimmer, really pretty. And I'm just gonna pop this on the tips of my cheekbones. And you can apply this like this, but it's super pigmented, so I like to just put it on my finger and apply it that way. All right, so after that, I'm gonna go in and we're gonna do our eyes. And today I'm gonna do a little bit of a pinky look. And I am gonna use the shades Astute. This is a really matte tan color. I'm gonna use the shade Understood, which is a matte kind of a pinky color. And then I'm gonna use the shade Edified, which is one of my favorite colors. It's really pretty. It's kind of a peachy pinky shimmer. So first I'm gonna go in with my fluffy crease brush. Doing pretty good, I can't complain. So I'm gonna first go in with that Astute and just get that pigment all over my brush and just start in my crease and just kind of rock back and forth. And then down on my lid, just kind of swirl that around too. This is a really pretty color. It's not too dark, so even if you're fair complected, it's not gonna be too dark for you. And then we're just gonna do like a windshield wiper motion and down on the lid. This is just gonna be a super simple, really natural looking eye. And again, if you have any questions about any of the products that I'm using, just either comment them or you can message me also, and I will help you out with those answers. All right, so I'm gonna go in. This is another fluffy crease brush, and I'm gonna go in with that Understood. It's that peachy pinky color that's a matte. And I'm gonna almost go right over top of what I just did, but I'm just gonna focus this time in my crease. And then just kind of a little bit up. Samantha, it like breaks my heart. I love our bronzers so much. I can't believe they're getting rid of them. And like they're almost sold out. I think Hermosa is the only one. I checked it this morning because I had a customer wanting one. And I was like, you have to buy it because they're selling out quickly. And you can just apply this however liberally you want. If you like a lot of dimension, then go ahead and do it up. If you want just a little bit, then, 1 or 2 times is fine. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my blending brush and just make sure everything's nice and blended. Now I'm going to go in with my cream shadow brush. I'm just going to make sure it's cleaned off. And I'm actually going to spray this with the Behold setting spray. I find that if this is the fluffy crease brush, this is the cream shadow brush. I like to spray it just to kind of dampen it a little bit and then go in to the pigment if it's shimmery, because it really picks up those shimmers. And I just kind of like press and wiggle the brush, if you can see what I'm doing, just like that, and it really loads up the pigment on the brush. And then you can just tap into your lid. You can see how pigmented that is. I need to look in a different mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna focus like right up into my crease and down to my lash line. So really just the bottom half of your lid. Just like that. I'm gonna spray one more time. And again, load up my brush and just tap that onto my lid. Again, all the way up to your crease and down on your lid. Exactly. I'm excited to know what they're coming out with because I know it's going to be good if they're getting rid of something that's that good. Okay, so again, I'm going to go in with my blending brush and just focus that on my crease just to make sure that there's no harsh lines. And now I'm going to go in with, this is just a crease brush, and I'm going to go in with Astute again. And when I put this, I'm going to put this on my lower lash line, but you can see that I'm almost laying this directly against my cheek and going in like almost under my lashes. And this is just going to give your whole eye look just like a really cohesive, pretty look. You can see the difference in the eyes. You can do this also in the place of doing bottom mascara because it gives you that dimension. I mean, you can obviously still do mascara as well, but just like that. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the Behold setting spray again and spray my entire face. And I like to do this before my mascara and my lips because I feel like that sets everything and makes everything stay on a little bit better. So I'm just going to let that dry and I'm going to clean up my brushes. All right, so I'm going to go in with our spoolie brush, and I like to just kind of comb through my lashes before I do my mascara. My lashes tend to kind of like overlap and like get tangled. And this kind of combs everything out, obviously, and gets everything nice and straight. All right, so I'm first going to go in with our Epic Lash Primer. This is going to add volume and curl to your lashes. It's also infused with our Esteem Lash Serum, so it's really nourishing for your lashes as well. And I just like to coat one coat of my lashes on my lashes. All right. And while that is setting and kind of getting a little bit tacky, I like to just kind of push up on my lashes just to kind of help them curl. Just like that. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with our 4D Epic Mascara. This is our one-step fiber mascara. It gives you the look of falsies without having false lashes on. And what I like to do is basically clean off the entire brush. I mean, you're obviously gonna have some still up there, but. And you're gonna look at the brush and you can tell that there is a long side to your bristles and a short side. Well, actually, this is the short side, this is the long side. So you're gonna start with that shorter side first and start at the base of your lashes and kind of wiggle, and then you're gonna roll your brush and kind of blink at the same time, and that's gonna really coat your lashes with those fibers. Find my, all right. So you're gonna start at the bottom and just kind of wiggle and then roll your brush. And don't freak out if you get mascara all over your lid, because I honestly do every single day. And then you're gonna flip the brush and go to that long side and do the exact same thing. And again, if you get it all over your lid, don't freak out. Don't go in with a wet Q-tip. Just wait for it to completely dry and it'll flake right off. Mascaras are not formulated to stick to skin. So you can see the difference. Okay, and again, just going in with the short side. This mascara is literally life-changing. I had always heard like bad things about fiber mascaras. So when I first started selling the Younique, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do the fiber mascara. So I just used the Epic, which the Epic is a really good mascara. But when I first started wearing Younique, it was before I started selling it. Before I started selling Younique, I just wore the Epic. And when I signed up to sell it, I got the 4D in my kit. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll try it. And I was like, what? The first time I ever wore it, I was like, okay, fine, I'm sold. And like, it's been a love story ever since. So before it gets nice and dry, I like to just kind of, again, go through with my spoolie brush and just the tips of my lashes. I like to just kind of comb through just so they don't overlap again. And now I'm going to go in with this is actually an eyeliner, but I like to go and use that as my lip liner. Anytime I'm using like a really bright or light color lipstick, I like to use a darker lip liner. So I'm just going to outline my lips. And before that sets, I'm just going to kind of blur that line. And same thing for the top. Our eyeliners are smudge proof, so once they set, they're not blurring anything. So I do it like as soon as I do it. All right, So now I'm gonna go in with the Splash Liquid Lipstick in the shade Sumptuous. And this is a really pretty springy pink color. Thing to remember about our Splash Liquid lipsticks is less is more. So I like clean off the wand and go in. And you're going to apply all the way out to your lip liner. You can add a little bit more as needed. I don't know if y'all can hear my stomach growling, but I'm sorry if you can. And then I'm going to take my ring finger and just blend that. And that's that. So again, if you have any questions about any of the products that I used, just message me or even comment in the comments what you have a question about, and I'll get up with you and help you out. I hope you guys are staying healthy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.